Another conspiracy theory there for you. Proper rainstorm. Let me know who else you want to see me do an impression of. Welcome back to the Peak District. Got a special guest with me today. Got Sandy, aka Wiltshire Man.
It's great to be here, Paul.
I'm going to be picking his brains a little bit on this one.
Yeah, you've got a few things you can learn from me.
Sandy's never been camping before in the Peak District, have you?
I've been here before, but never camping. Not actually been onto the hills. So this is my first time. I mean, I've watched people like yourself, Patrick Dickinson, etc. and thinking, oh, must get to go there one of these days. And now I'm here.
Very different to Wiltshire.
Oh, very different, yeah.
Typically it started chucking it down again. So what's your plan of attack when it comes to staying dry?
Well, obviously layers, but the problem is when you've got a layer on, it keeps the heat in as well.
Yeah.
So you can get wet from your own sweat, you know, so the plan of attack is go steady.
Go steady or go home. So I'm wearing this Paramo stuff.
That's good stuff.
But this, actually, you do get a bit wet in it sometimes, but the way the technology works is it pumps the water out. So a lot of people dismiss it because it's not like a fully waterproof item. However, you do feel a lot more comfortable in this than you do if you're walking all day in a Gore-Tex or something.
Yeah. I think the key is not to over-exercise when you're like this, and then if it comes down heavy, find somewhere to shelter for a little bit. Let the worst of it blow over.
So this is one of the benefits of the Paramo jacket though, is that, you know, when the rain stops you can comfortably wear this all day.
Yeah.
You're going to be sweating in that in a minute, aren't you?
In a minute? You mean already?
Yeah, so the Gore-Texy stuff, the membrane waterproofs, they're not always very breathable. So what do you reckon to the views?
Oh, absolutely stunning. Amazing. Just look at it. It's just wonderful.
Have you got any hills down your way?
We've got hills, 800 feet, sorry.
Okay, that's not terrible.
So
it's only 600 odd metres here.
Yeah, so what's that? We're probably, I don't know, 250, 300 metres.
Yeah. We're going to have a go at slow-mo. Harder than it looks. You must think we're idiots.
No, it's cool. It's a GoPro.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Nice. Have a good one.
Nice to meet you. Stephen Reed makes that look easy on his camera.
Oh, he's on another level, isn't he?
Definitely.
Has he got some training in that field?
I don't know, it's like ninja walking, I don't know what he calls it, but definitely some sort of skill in slow motion. I'm not so sure we've picked the weather for it, Sandy.
I don't know, we're not that bad, to be honest with you. I think I prefer camping in inclement conditions more than I do if it's nice warm day, you know.
Puts hairs on your chest, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's the experience, isn't it?
Yeah. The wind's picking up a little bit, rain's getting harder, and the terrain, well, not pleasant in places.
No.
Unfortunately, to get to some of these decent wild camping spots, this is what you got to put up with, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you've got to put up with it. It's all part of life. I'd rather be doing this than sat indoors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Pretty grim at the minute.
It is. It's character building ball.
It was forecast a little bit of rain, but nothing like this. We're here now to make the most of it. Does it get any better than this? Can you swim, Sandy?
Swim me that.
It's not too bad. So do you mind me asking how old you are, Sandy?
Oh, 61.
61. And you know, you're lugging a backpack up hills like this and in these sort of conditions. What's your secret for?
I don't know. I think I've been lucky, to be honest with you, with my health. I don't carry much weight. I can eat what I want within reason, but I only eat when I'm hungry.
Okay.
So when I get up in the morning, I don't have breakfast.
Yeah.
But I don't need it. I don't want it. But when I feel I'm hungry, then I eat. Simple as that, really.
So you're not carrying one of these around then, that's the thing.
I'm not carrying too much timber.
Yeah.
I got a bit of timber, but not too much.
Yeah.
And I think also I know we all eat processed food, but I try and stay away from as much of it as I can. And also I try to reduce my intake of carbs as well. Carbs are what's bad. Sugar.
Carbs,
And,
carbs are king. Carbs are killers, he says.
Carbs are killers.
Yeah. I need some carbs to get up this hill. Come on, let's move. This is like another planet. Closest you've got to this is Stonehenge, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is a bit more natural.
Yeah, yeah. How did they do that? How did they get them rocks? From, was it Wales?
Wales, yeah.
You got them.
Some of the stones came from two different locations. One was, I think it was it the Priscilli Mountains or something?
Yeah.
Blue stones. And then some of the other ones came from local land.
Crazy.
Some of the Saracens.
They must have hired a JCB or
I
something
reckon
for that.
so. And also the fact that a lot of these Neolithic sites are very close to busy roads.
Transportation's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another conspiracy theory there for you. I think we found our spot for the night. There's quite a bit of flat grass here. Tad breezy. Right, we got there. This is the palace tonight. Loads of room. Gone for comfort. There's no place like home. Gonna need my earplugs though tonight. Small price to pay. Just want to quickly give a shout out to Squarepace, who's kindly sponsored the video today. So if you don't already know, Squarespace is the #1 place to go if you want to have a go at building a website all by yourself. It's really easy to do. You don't need any experience in web design or coding. So for our Messner website, all we did was choose one of their ready-made templates. We uploaded our own photos, added some text, and within a couple of hours, we were up and running. We've used our website for selling merchandise, our online prize competitions, and of course, the YouTube channel. The platform's got loads of features. You can use the analytics to check where all your traffic's coming from. You can send out newsletters or set up an e-commerce shop. The possibilities are endless. We live in an age now where pretty much everyone's got an online presence through social media. But if you want to go to the next level and build a website of your own, then click the link in the description below or head over to squarespace.com/Paul Messner. You'll get a totally free trial and then 10% off your first purchase.
Loving this. I'll drop a link in the description below to their Instagram and website. Thanks again, Logia, for sending that. I've not been able to get any proper photos for you. It's always grim. A lot of people struggle with the cold when they're camping. Always bring a warm jacket of some description. But sleeping arrangements, that's when it gets cold. So I've brought with me the big guns today. Thermarest Neoair X Therm. I don't know if that is officially the warmest pad still. I think, I forget the name now. Some other company claims to have the warmest pad now, but a good sleeping bag, or quilt in this case. So this is rated to well below 0, so I'm going to be toasty warm tonight. Make sure that you take some of these comfort ratings with a pinch of salt. If you get them from a reputable brand, you should be okay, but always add 5 degrees to what they say they're going to take you down to. It's pretty grim out there, look. Quite clever this. So you can do one little breath from about a foot away and it fills the bag up, so you wouldn't get that much from one exhale, and one will blow straight into the bag. There is a scientific name for it. Let me know if you know what it is in the comments. I would go out and show you, but I don't fancy it. It is breezy. So it turns out I've been using this wrong, although it hasn't affected me in any way, shape or form. I was under the impression that you only had to invert the gas canister when the temperatures dropped or you're running low on fuel, because the pressure from the canister is enough to light the stove, but the instructions say you light it when it's this way up, you run the stove that way up, and then when you want to extinguish the flame, you flip it over and then do it. Every day is a school day, innit? Still on the decaf stuff. Sleeping much better for it. Although I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. I reckon the stove actually runs better the wrong way around. What do I know, eh? Let's have a look at the forecast. According to this, the rain should have stopped by now. But gusts of up to 35, 36 throughout the night. Met Office says pretty much the same. I will go out and measure some of those gusts in a bit though. This is good for morale though. Picking up a bit now. Not sure I'm going to be able to film the podcast. Might have to do that in the morning. Wow. You've definitely got a bit of weather. Where's that come from? Sandy's still standing tall. Bloody hell. Look at that helm one. Not going anywhere. Says up to 30 now. But no rain. Oh well, it is what it is. So this is one of those days where you've got to have a shelter that is going to hold up to these conditions. If you've got a bale as your tent rates, even the trip down is not going to be pleasant at all. It's going to be difficult conditions to walk in. Visibility outside is pretty poor. You've got strong winds, rain, and it's dark. I'm not saying go out and buy a really expensive tent or anything like that, but just be careful about your tent's limitations when you're coming out to places like this. And it seems to have calmed down a bit, so we'll see if Sandy's alive. Just checking you're alive, mate.
Still alive, yeah. Yeah.
So how's the tent holding up?
Yeah, it's really good, Bob. I just unzipped the door. I got the inner and the the outer obviously closed to keep the warmth in,
Yep.
because
He's alive, look.
I'm alive, yeah, because it makes a huge difference if you've got the inner zipped up.
Yeah, yeah.
It creates that microclimate and it keeps the warmth on. So yeah, I'm really good in here.
Handy tip.
Really good.
I've only come out for a call of nature and then I'm going to go back in where it's nice and warm, I think.
I don't blame you. I should go for a call of nature shortly. Yeah.
Back in the tent. They're all zipped up. Sat with my quilt over me. I think I'm just going to have half an hour just literally chilling. And then I think about getting some grub on. Grub time. What we got today? Got a little bit of pasta, and we had spag bol last night, so brought some of the bolognese mix with me. I'm not eating spaghetti though, because it would be carnage trying to eat that in here. It is one of the messiest foods going. So I pre-cooked the pasta, probably do with another minute. Easy enough. I actually bought a tiny little bit of the garlic bread and a bit of cheese to sprinkle on top. Not sure I'm going to eat that though, we'll see. A little bit of water just to saucy it up a bit. Try and warm that bread up a little bit. It's warmed up a little bit. This looks gorgeous. Just sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top. I'm not going to mix it in though because I don't want melted cheese on the pan. Make me brew a little bit tougher in the morning. Bon appetit! Thanks again, Joe. Just adding that little bit of water in stops things burning on your pan, makes it much easier to clean. You get a bit of soup in the bottom as well.
we go, spotless. I'm starting to like these pans that are wider on the base. Make things much easier for cooking in. Half a white and a sheet of toilet paper. We'll take them home and bin them. It's going to be quite a long night. It's only, what is it? 6:30. I've had my tea. I'm already tucked up. Too early to go to bed. This is the problem that you've got when it comes to amping this time of year. You spend a lot of time in your tent. Forgot my little radio, so I might have to try and get the radio on my phone. Maybe watch a little bit of YouTube. Plan was to be talking to Sandy tonight, but the weather has put paid to that. What do you do in your tent to entertain yourself? Let me know in the comments, fella. Keep it clean. This is the Achilles heel of these large tunnel tents. They are quite flappy. I know it's absolutely not going anywhere. It's well pegged out, it's tough as anything. Just got to put up with the flapping. I've got my earplugs for later so I can live with it. So glad I'm in here. It's getting a bit lively. It's all good fun though. So the forecast said 0.3 millimeters of rain. It's been like this for around 5 hours. It's 9 o'clock now. Relentless. Proper rainstorm. It's a really nice feeling when you can trust your tent. It's moving around a lot, but I know it's not going anywhere. I'm not getting any sleep tonight.
In the distance, which is pretty awesome. All right, so enough rambling. Like it's only, I think it's only 6:30 or so, 6:45. But I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking. I worked up a bit of an appetite. Actually, I think I'm gonna try to actually cook outside the tent a bit for the first time. I don't usually get to because of either rain or wind, so it's kind of a nice change.
Have a look at this. Tell me what you think of Andy Wardle's impression of me.
I'll do. Well, go on, you tell me who to do. You tell me. I'm waiting. Easy.
Alright, did Paul Messner.
Paul Messner. Paul Messner.
That's terrible!
No.
That's not in my...
I'm Paul Messner. And this is me tent. It's mint.
That's not like it!
That's him.
That's not the real...
That is him. I'm telling you now, right? That is Paul Messner. And I'll do it again.
Look.
I'm Paul Messner and this is me tent. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. And this
That's
is me,
a bit middling.
this is me stove. One of 5,000. I've got 5,000 stoves.
Rasta town.
And what else has he got? My sleeping bag is 1 of 9 million. My gloves are 5 of 7 billion. And the Borg is 7 of 9. Right, so come on, somebody else.
Not bad that, was it? Suppose I better return the favour and have a go myself, so I'm going to do Andy. You ready for it? Yep, back out. Today I'm in the Peak District of Doom. It's canny shite weather. The wind is blowing a hoolie, man. I'm just about to go down Biker Grove and see Anton Deck. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-da! Let me know who else you want to see me do an impression of. So I've watched a few videos. I'm all out of impressions, but there's one thing you can do when you're holed up in your tent for long periods of time. You could listen to our new Messner Outdoors podcast. We are on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well, so check them out if you want. I will leave links in the description. I'm going to get ready for bed. And unless something really dramatic happens, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It has not stopped all night. These helped a bit, but definitely broken sleep last night. Every now and again there'd be a big gust that would like bash the tent. Bit of moisture on there from condensation. I did put my pack liner over my feet, so that helps keep your sleeping bag dry. No views outside anyway, so I'm not rushing out for the sunrise. How many times I've said that Helm 1 is the tank. He's alive, look, he's got his camera out. I suppose I better get a kettle on. Been lighter trouble. So I've had one that's died. This one doesn't really work. And then it's got wet. We'll get it then. Yay! So this trip hasn't gone quite as I planned it. It's been lovely to catch up with Sandy. We had a very good natter walking up the hill, but the plan was to spend a fair bit more time together. Yeah, just chatting around camp really. Wasn't even worth trying to film the podcast in those conditions. Hopefully we can sort that out when we get down to Edale. Right,
I thought we'd come out and have a look, see. I'll check the wind speed in a minute. So how was it for you last night then, Sandy? First night in the Peak District?
Well, like you say, intermittent sleep, very strong winds. I'm well impressed with my tent. We had some, like, the gusts were incredible, weren't they?
Yeah. We've had 27 mile an hour gusts so far. We'll just have a quick look, see what we can get.
This is worth more than money coming out here.
Look at the smile on his face, look. He's loved it.
I have really enjoyed it. I mean, it's living, isn't it? It's experiencing.
Yeah.
And that's what life's all about.
Right, we're over 20 odd there, 23.
You go out there, you get more of a gust than that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So we hid behind these rocks to try and get a bit of shelter.
Yeah. I think life's about experience. You know, in life you're going to get cold weather, you're going to get wet, you're going to get blown around, you're going to get warm. You're going to experience all the things, and that's what life's all about, is to be here to experience it.
Yeah, it's nice to have a bit of sleep though.
Yeah. Mind you, we are experiencing it today, that's for sure.
I'm having a nosy. So tell us about, I know you've packed it away, but tell us about your sleep system. So you went 3-season bag.
Yeah, OEX, forget the name of that bag now. Oh, it's a cheap thing.
Yep.
I paid less than 60 quid for it.
Okay.
But it compresses down quite small. That's one of the reasons why I got it. And it's worked for me. You know, I wasn't cold last night.
Did you have to put a jacket on or anything?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so you didn't need it in the end?
No, I didn't need it. I was warm. It's rated down. Comfort rating is +1.
Okay.
But for me personally, I wouldn't want to take it down to much below +6.
Yeah.
+5.
I don't know what it was last night. It was chilly.
Yeah.
You could see your breath and.
Yeah. But with my sleep system, I've also got the addition of softy top, softy bottoms.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't need them. I do wear the bottoms, but not the top. And also, I've got that hard mat thing.
Yes,
That's
closed cell foam.
closed cell foam, but that's only to protect the inflatable bag from the inflatable mat from Venture.
Yep.
And also, should I get a
If it fails on
Venture,
you, you've got
I've
something.
got insulation.
See, I never do that. I never
Yeah.
bring the back up.
Yeah.
I've got my patches, but
Yeah.
it's not the same as a closed cell foam mat. Can be a lifesaver, I suppose.
Try fixing a puncture in your tent at night.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy.
Well, I've had to do it once before, and
Yeah.
you know, I still had to re-inflate the pad later on in the night. It worked to a degree,
To a
but
degree, yeah.
not a proper
Yeah.
fix.
But no, that gives me reassurance. I mean, that's pretty bomb-proof, really.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully with that added thickness, you're not going to get a puncture in the first place.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, we're up to just under 30 now, 27, 28.
Yeah, my sleeping bag, it's the Evolution EV300 by OEX. Cheap as chips. Good beginner's bag. Well, I here in my 61 been camping for years and years, and I use it. But as I say, going forward now for the winter, I'll be swapping over to my Ram 700. But for 80% of my camping throughout the year, that OEX bag is more than good enough.
There you go, straight from the horse's mouth. This sleeping pad is awesome. So it's the first time I've used the new Xterm, the NXT one. So much quieter than the older version, and with it being the wide pad as well, it's a lot more comfortable. Your elbows don't fall off the side. Toasty warm as expected. Only downside is the price tag, to be honest with you. I'll let you get that on, Sandy. Remember these when you were a kid? And you used to have a bit of string through there, and you
That's
do
right,
that,
yeah,
and you'd
they
be
do.
like a puppet. Grown-up versions.
So what do you think of that tent then compared to the cheaper version of the tent that I was using, the Helm 1? I mean, I know that's how much more expensive.
Oh, that's probably about 900 quid or something like that.
So you could get
At least 3, maybe 4.
4 Helm 1s for the price of that.
It depends on what you want to use it for. I bought this for a specific situation or specific things, and it's bigger.
Yeah.
So me and the missus can get in this, no bother.
Yeah.
You know, if your tent died, there was room for you to get in here.
That's right, yeah.
But you know, it's just starting out, solo backpacker. The Helm 1 will.
They do it all, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it does it all.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Let's squeeze that in there.
Here we go. We're in.
It's been a lovely spot. Really enjoyed it.
It's all right. Apart from, you normally get really good views, but well, you don't normally get really good views. It's always like this. But it's a very different landscape.
Very different. Used to,
Yeah. Would you come again?
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
100%.
There we go. Now we've got to try and work our way back without getting wet feet.
Oh yeah, well, one of the worst experiences, well, two that are quite mechanical. Well, the first one was walking the Ridgeway about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It was in May, like, sunny. When I set off, the first day it was lovely. The next day the weather closed in, and I was a bit knackered.
As you are.
Yeah, and then going into my tent, putting my head down, and waking up 10 hours later, knocked out. I was still tired, and I could hear this tremendous noise. It was like, came round, I realised it was rain.
Okay.
It was pounding the tent like just like I'd never heard before that time, you know. And then the next 3 days going forward, we have an incessant wind and rain. And when I got home, it was so bad, it blew our garden hedge down. So it was a great storm.
Yeah. That's what camping's about, isn't it?
To experience things, yeah. And then the other time was when I walked the Wainwright coast to coast about 4 years ago, stuck on a high plateau, approaching North Yorkshire sort of area, and then all of a sudden thunder and lightning rolled in. And I just had this huge desire to get down to low ground. You know, I felt really exposed, and you think at any moment you're going to get struck by the finger of God, you know. But fortunately made it down safely into a valley.
I've had 2 lightning experiences. One I bailed because I could and it was easy.
Yeah.
So I mentioned earlier the other one, and we were stuck up at over 1,000 metres in the cairngorms, and there was just no way out without going even higher.
Yeah.
So we just rode it out,
Stay there.
cross your fingers, and
Yeah.
we got away with it, but it was quite scary.
Another time I was camping with my brother, and again we got caught in a heavy thunderstorm, very powerful storm, and we both had identical tents. I'm going back about sort of 25, 30, maybe even 35 years ago, and I'm of that age, you see. And I remember there was a big flash of lightning, and instantaneously there was a clap of thunder.
Okay, so it's right above you.
So it was very close. Then my brother Robert, he says to me, "Sandy, are you still there?" So he maybe had some doubts that I'd bought it that time, you know. But no, I survived.
We're starting to get a little bit of a view. Not a lot.
You won't stand too close to the big gust comes from it.
Oh no, absolutely. I always leave about a metre. So I wonder if Crowden Clough has got any more water going down it after all that rain last night. There's a little bit more water than there was yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Right, windy, wet through. We're almost back down in Edel, but I loved it. What about you?
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's all about the experience. You've got to get out and experience it firsthand. Whether the weather's nice or whether it's inclement. For me, I prefer the drama and the experience of the storms. I always have. Always drawn to these sort of conditions.
Nutter. Anyway, I'll leave a link in the description below to Sandy's video. Make sure you check that out. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.